Hey guys, it's Alex back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my Galaxy S21 and my overall general experience using it so far. So now I've been using this thing for about a week now actually, and surprisingly it's really impressive. Me coming from the iPhone 12 Pro, which I have right here also, this is honestly really an impressive experience for me. Now obviously it's a lot of people I've seen, they've been like talking about how they're comparing the S series to a Note or a Fold. This is not that, so just I'm not going to be comparing this to a Note or a Fold because they're not the same thing. This is a different device. This is an S series phone. Alright, so without further ado, now let's get into this. So I'm going to be generally like talking about my overall experience and my general thoughts using it. So first off, one thing I can actually really say like really well is if you hear this when I hit the back of the phone, I'll bring that close to the mic so you guys can hear. It is a plastic sort of back. It's like the Note 20's back. Now, for the price that you pay for this phone, it's not bad. But if you paid like $1,000 for it, it is bad. Honestly though, I mean, I can tell that it feels a little bit cheap, the back, but it's honestly not that bad in general, the back of the phone. Also, shout out to Samsung because I'm really enjoying this official leather case. It's not bad actually, but obviously it's a little bit, it's not a cheap case. I mean, it's like $40, which I think that's like $10 less than Apple's leather case with the MagSafe. Don't come at me in the comments for that. I might be wrong, I'm not sure, but it's a pretty nice case overall. If you want me to do a case review of this, I totally can. So down in the comments below, tell me if you want to see that. Now back to this actual phone. Now obviously it runs really fast. It's got the Snapdragon 888, it's got 120 Hz, and it's got your flagship specs, and this is a 128GB one. It comes, I think it goes up to 256 for this, and now obviously the display is really great. Samsung always makes some really nice displays, and I really, coming from it using a phone with a notch, I'm really enjoying that little hole punch at the top. It honestly doesn't bother me at all when I'm watching like a YouTube video or something. So kudos to Samsung there. The display is really good and their design with the little hole punch is great. Now another thing that I really like, this isn't my full review, but another thing that I really like is how they have the camera lens just go into the side aluminum on the side. I think that's a really nice design, and obviously it still does have a little bit of a camera bump, which can be annoying when you're placing the phone on a table, but it's honestly not that bad. I mean, yes, the phone still does rock on a table a little bit, but it doesn't rock that much. It's not like up to a point where it's like really a bad sort of thing. So good job Samsung there. Now I really like the One UI 3. I think that it runs really smoothly. Now Oxygen OS is probably my favorite on the OnePlus or stock Android on the Pixel. I think I might like that a little more, but in general though, I really am not hating the UI on the S21. I think it's really good in general. And so I actually took this picture here of my camera, and I think I was using the telephoto lens. I'm not sure because I'm not sure if I was, but I think I was. And it's really detailed, and when I took the same picture with the iPhone, it was just not detailed at all, and it was just really like a fuzzy picture, and that's something I did not expect to see from a Samsung, and I was really surprised by it because I don't think you'd actually see that on a Samsung. And so Samsung actually is fixing their focusing issues. I think they did fix it. It's not fully fixed, but they did fix it, so I will tell Samsung this. They're doing a really good job with the S21 series. I think the entire S21 series in general is a really good lineup. I think that they're all worth it in their own way. Now, I do wish, this is a note to Samsung, I wish they put the Phantom Black on this. That would be so nice on this, but it's alright. Now, the S21 Ultra has its macro mode, which is really cool. Now, if I had got the S20 Ultra, I would showcase that, but obviously I don't. But I don't know, would you call this a flagship or a mid-range? I think I'm honestly going to go with a flagship for this because it's got flagship specs. The battery life is great, by the way, I will tell you that. This gets me through, I can get like a day and a half out of it, honestly, and that's just my usage, I guess, with this. Now, I really like the flat display. There's no accidental touches with the curves. So it's really nice so far, and I've only been using this for about a week, and I'm sure using this, when I start using this a little longer, I'm gonna get more experience with it, and I'm gonna have more to say in the full review, obviously. But so far, just using this phone, it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid little phone. It's a 6.2-inch display, which people are going to say, I mean, this is not the small-sized phone like an S10e or like an iPhone 12 mini. I'd say that's like a compact phone or like a Pixel 4a. But size-wise, this is a really good size, and I'm really liking it so far. Now, as I was saying, Sam, it feels a little, you know, when I pick up like my iPhone 12 Pro, I still like how this feels a little bit more than I do this with the curves, but I'm starting to get used to how this feels, and I do like how this feels, but this just feels, obviously this is a 12 Pro, it's going to have more weight, more heft, but as I'm saying though, I do like how I like how both feel, quite honestly. Like, you can tell when I tap the iPhone, you can tell that it's glass and then this is plastic, because this feels like it has more material, if you know what I mean. So it's not a big deal though with the iPhone, but it does kind of feel like a brick compared to this, in my opinion. Now, each are very good in their own ways, but we're not here to compare the two. That's another video. But so, I really like the always on, the in-display fingerprint reader, which is great with what's going on in the world right now. Having that fingerprint instead of face recognition is so nice, because face recognition is just a pain in the butt right now. And so, in my opinion, this S21 is worth it. Now, I will talk about this more in my full review about overall, like, everything about this phone. This is just my first impressions video. So, I will be doing a camera test with this phone, and I think I'll probably be comparing it to this, maybe. Because these cameras do compare. They're honestly not bad, but I'm not here to compare the cameras today. But Samsung is definitely stepping its game up with the cameras on each phone, well, on their phones, because this is starting to get, this is getting closer to the Pixel and the iPhone. Like, this could take over the Pixel, but we'll see what Google does with the Pixel 6 this year. Alright, so that has pretty much been it for this video, so I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one.